keep up. Find us here. Wait, there.
Hear ye, hear ye! The prophets have spoken, friends. The dragon's return is nigh. Join the honourable Duke's ranks and help us be rid of the fell beast. The day's come to lay down rod and reel and take up the sword.
It's the dragon!
Get to the boat! For your lives, go! Take a burn!
Io acquarata misquierait. Acquarata de Dio mi. Mi esquarota quanto la pone. Gregori, nestesta, nesti, mi esquorate et malaga. If your squad face me, take up arms, newly arisen.
You say it left a glowing scar?
Yes. The wound has closed, and it seems the worst has passed, but his heart lies silent.
If you would face me,
You are sure of this?
Yes.
Ill magic, the work of some curse. The whole world's already gone mad for fear of this dragon. Won't no good come of this? I must go see to the others, Kina. Tell me if aught changes here.
All right. The chief says your injury could be a curse from the dragon. If so, that's not something I know how to heal. But there must be a way. You were not the only one to suffer the wrath of the worm, cuz. There were many wounded. Others, some were not so fortunate. The whole village was worried about you. They'd be well relieved to see you up and about. Perhaps you might go and see the others, if you feel well enough.
Hail! There's talk of monsters emerging from the shallows all along the shore. Nasty things, too. The brine, they call them. They say they're many, and yet one, whatever that means. Seems this brine can be bested what's more. Naught to do but avoid the water's edge.
There's a gloom about the village still since the beast struck, as if it left its shadow to menace us. Seems it may be a while before we're back out to sea, eh?
That man you are speaking with, he's of the Pawn Legion. They come from some unknown place, just appear without a warning. They're a strange lot. Not human, quite. They look the part, sure enough, but they lack the will, the spark, what drives us. They have no capacity to feel nor act alone, so they live as sellswords. Myrmidons, they're called. There's an encampment west of the village where men gather to face the dragon. I'd wager a fair number of his kind will be there as well. Why don't you take him? Might be you learn aught of why he came to you in the first place.
To the encampment. This path should see us there.
Can you hear our voice? We speak to you from across great distance. The Pawn Legion has awaited you. Pray, forgive this strange and impersonal greeting. This rift serves as a gate. It connects our kind to your world. It opens to the Arisen, for they possess a will powerful enough to guide the Legion. The Arisen must possess the valor to stand against all threats, and the power to quell them. A tireless spirit of self-improvement grants the strength to lead the Legion. Pray, show it now.
The beast comes! Hurry!
With that, your trial is complete. You are the Arisen in truth, proven beyond any doubt. Now, I bid you select a companion for the journey ahead. They shall serve you, and you alone, to share in your hardships and aid you in every endeavor.
Our fealty is sworn to you, Arisen. From this day, the Legion's men called pawns live and die by your command.
Ah, the venerable Arisen returns. Are you come to lead the pawns in a quest to slay the dragon? Those equivocal husks. Will or nill, the Arisen is always drawn to the dragon, as puppets strung in fate's own thread. Many have come before you, eager to stand tall atop the grand capstone of worldly truth that is the dragon. Arrogance. The dragon is ever born anew into the world, and with it too, the Arisen. All Arisen seek out the dragon, but lucky are the few who attain an audience with the beast, while yet they live. Ours is a weak, fragile world, and little within it is more frail than man. In yon encampment they gather up their knights and hired steel. They think to grow their numbers and hunt the dragon. But they shall soon learn their lot will e'er be as prey.
That was a dragon for true. The first in 50 years, they say. For all the tales, I never thought it could truly be so massive.
It warms my heart to see those who fled the dragon, even now, return.
It seems recent events weigh heavily upon some of the villagers.
Well, Madeline, this is a fine bit of fortune you've come into. Come to Grand Soren with riches in mind, instead find only cravens cowed by dragon fear. The streets are chaos, my goods ruined or lost. Oh, I know you. You took up steel and drove the dragon from Cassidus, yes? I heard about that. And of course you know me. I come here now and again to restock my wares. You do recall me, yes? Madeline? Finest peddler in all Grancis? Ravishing beauty of legend and song? Madeline. Well, no matter. I've bigger problems. These are dark days, so terrible as to drive even I to the brink of tears. And yet, just when I need the aid of one both clever and strong, you arrive. Truly, fortune means us to partner together, don't you agree? Only a fool could mistake the thread of destiny what links us. You will be my savior true, and after me, the world entire. And with that, we must be off. I trust you know of the encampment outside the village. I must travel there with all speed, but the wilds are perilous of late. Would you see me there safely?
Peddlers, guardsmen, and other folk.
Now there's a fine treat.
We are here,
Success!
safely
And all
arrived.
thanks goes to your fine work. We'd best be inside, don't you think? This may sound untoward, but have you aught in the way of coin? Please, I must make for the capital, but times are dark and my purse light. It's a terrible curse being poor. Times are it takes all I have just to keep the tears back. A woman's heart is a dangerous creature, but you know well how to tame it. Oft has it been said a poor life is a happy one. I have never found this to be true. If ever fortune sees you to Grand Soren and me to setting up my shop, you must come visit. I shall even give you a discount. A small one.
I am Mercedes. I lead the men of the Enlistment Corps. I've heard talk of the Arisen. They say you hold dominion over the pawns. I've ordered pawns to take up swords and fight myself, but they are a clumsy lot. I cannot call them into this world as you do, though, nor make traveling companions of them. What manner of magic lets you command them so? Well, it matters not. The dragon is come. I'll welcome any help, be it pawn, arisen, farmer or fishwife. Make use of the encampment as you please. Are you in need of rest? As you will. Repose is the better part of readiness.
I am impressed.
Oh, be damned! This your handiwork? For truth? Oh, what did the lack of an idol doing here anyway?
Ancient tales of the Arisen are well and good, friend. But make a gift of these heads to the Duke, and you might earn yourself a real title.
That terrible creature. I saw it from my spot at the post. What was it? It's been dispatched then? Thank the Maker. Hold a moment. Is Kina not with you? She was said to lead the village in search of art for your wounds. I thought you accompanied her. These are dark times for a girl alone in the wilds. Any idea where she might be off to?
Well, we'll need Kina's help for this. Let's ask at the village.
Hold, Minnow. I'd have your ear a moment. It's been a full sun since last I saw Kina. She spoke of the Witchwood to find a cure for your wound. If she's gone there for true. I beg of you, find Kina and see her back safely, ere some ill befalls her.
We share these roads. The wood grows thicker. Is that Kina?
Oh, what are you doing? You came searching for me? Forgive me. I would never wish to worry you. But I had to come. A witch walks these woods, one who understands the language of the dragon. If I may find her, I will beg her aid in healing your wound. Will you accompany me? This fog bodes ill. I would walk easier with you at my side. I now know why they named this forest Witchwood, and not just after her we seek. The villagers are right to fear this place.
It seems we've arrived.
There, that must be it. Come on, cuz. Begging your pardon, but we seek the witch of these woods. Oh? A great and aged woman? Perhaps you might have seen her?
The witch? You seek grandmother?
Your grandmother? Yes. Where might we find her? I would ask her aid in a dire matter.
She is dead. She died, as all must.
Oh. What of you, then? Know you aught of the dragon? Can you read the worm speak?
Gran told me. The faith knows. It cloaks the dragon, cloaks the truth. Those who search for truth outside the faith are branded heretic.
So your grandmother told you naught of the dragon, that the faith might leave you be?
Yes.
Then it seems we must turn to the faith if we are to learn more. You have our thanks. We'll leave you in peace to return to our village.
Might I know you? You seem familiar. Others rarely come. When they do, they frighten me. I hid away. Why is it now? Why do you not frighten me?
Kina's aims are fulfilled. She seems quite grateful, Arisen.
Kina is safe! Thank the Maker. Pray, forgive her. If she acts the fool, 'tis only 'cause concern overwhelms her sense. She's like you in that, always setting off without so much as a thought. Most like the fault of ill parenting, which makes the blame mine then, eh?
I'd hoped to gather a larger force before leaving for the capital. But a Hydra's head and the Arisen who claimed it make up the difference amply. I cannot say what the past may hold. You'll need your strength. You made it. Good. We make for the capital, men. Like as not, the cart will draw beasts along the way. Stay vigilant. But fear not. We walk with the Arisen, slayer of Hydras.
fine place to lie in ambush, Arisen.
We've arrived. Well done, men. A Hydra's head is a fine prize. His Grace will be pleased with the cause work. Walk proud through these streets, men. We are heroes to the people of Grand Soren.
I'll make for the castle directly to offer my report to His Grace. I'll have word sent for you, friend. Pray, sojourn in the capital a while. To the castle, men! Step lively!
Fortune smiles upon me. Well met, Sir Arisen. I am called Mason, if it please you. Now you're come to the capital a conquering hero, you'll be needing aught to do, eh? My word to you, begin with the pawns. Inquire about them here in Grand Soren. Their kind's woven tight into the fate of the Arisen. If you know your destiny, know them.
How good to see you again. You remember me, yes? Madeline? Yes?
State your business. The Pawn Guild, is it? All right, through here and to the left. Just don't make a nuisance of yourself, eh?
Welcome, Arisen. We have awaited your coming. This pawn is called Barnaby. I tend to the affairs of the Pawn Guild. The guild serves as a place of rest for pawns, and as the gate to the Everfall. The Everfall lies beneath Grand Soren. It is a place of great importance to our kind. But for now, let us rejoice in the coming of the Arisen, the light that guides the Legion.
Attend to all! The Arisen has appeared, what to take up arms against the fearsome dragon! Given leave to travel the land by Duke Ebnon himself, the Arisen takes up sword and shield to defend the honor of all. Can this Arisen slay the dragon as our Lord Grace did? We wait, and we listen for further word.
Beg pardon, cousin. Have you seen Valmiro? I wager he's on another mad quest for flowers, or bugs, or whatever takes his fancy of late. It's a bother, but we can't very well leave him to wander off to his death. Would you help me find him? Many thanks, cousin. We should ask the other villagers afore all else. One of them must have some word of him.
He's an outgoing sort. He'll like have friends among the visitors and peddlers, we might ask.
Valmiro, eh? I've not seen him today, though not long past we spoke about creatures of the sea. Well, in truth, he spoke. I mostly made a show of listening. Perhaps you'll find the lad on the shore. Worth a visit, I'd warrant.
Missing? Again? Micah's breath, the lad's head must be stuffed with seaweed. He did talk about exploring the lands further south last I saw him. I wager you'll find him there. By a forest or river, most like. Someplace with critters to get after. I only praise more than a corpse when you find him.
Valmiro, forgive me, sir. I've yet to meet all the people of this village. Though, one moment. I did see a young fisherman not unlike you describe, near the shore. Seemed a kind enough lad, if a bit unawares, as if his mind was elsewhere.
Tis Valmiro, Arisen, though it pains me to say it. Take care, Arisen.
Help!
Someone help me. Many thanks, cuz. Might I ask what brings you so far afield? You came in pursuit of me? Forgive me, cuz. I guess it's nothing new. What can I say? I seize upon some idea, or perhaps I should say the idea seizes me, and before I know it... Well, I suppose all is well enough now. I'll go back to the village with all speed. I shall endeavor to limit my future explorations to nearby the encampment.
I hope we'll need not repeat this at the encampment. Just the same, we'd best have a look. Valmiro arisen. Again, tis less work minding a...
It's so dark. I am eternally in your debt, cuz. After my last trial, I thought to bring herbs of my own, but they were used all afore I took notice. Seems caution is first to go when inspiration strikes. Still, I count this journey a success, made more so by your fine company. Perhaps to the Witchwood next.
Next is the Witchwood, is it? No doubt we'll find him in dire straits, as ever.
My back, and neck, and head, stomach too. 1,000 apologies, cuz. Somehow, you always end up bearing my burden. I considered myself well equipped this time, truly. But my stores were heavy, the monster was quick of foot, and I lacked the everyday sense to avoid such a mess in the first place. In the future, I shall confine my explorations to the village proper. These wanderings of mine lead only to trouble. I'll straight away to home, and no delay. You have my word on this.
I am pleased to see Valmiro about, and none the worse for wear, it would seem. He's a wandering spirit. I know it pains him to cause worry, but he can't manage otherwise. In any case, cousin, you have my thanks.
At times, such heedless drive is a rare and precious thing.
Business with the guild, sir? It grieves me to burden you, weary from the road as you must be, but I fear trouble brews. I would beg your assistance in this matter, Arisen, if it please you. You have my thanks. Beyond lies the Everfall, an ancient place that sleeps beneath Grand Soren's stones. We pawns have long served as keepers of the entrance to this place. But since the dragon's coming, a strange aura has filled the Everfall. A presence. If it be some omen of evil to come, we cannot allow it to go unchecked. I ask that you seek out the cause of the change, or some proof of what's happened. The Everfall is a place unique unto itself. This is not a simple task, nor a favor I ask lightly. Which is why I ask you, Arisen, please, lend us your aid.
So this is the Everfall. 'Tis a tangled knot of paths inside. Best we prepared well. None would believe Grand Soren held such a place beneath it. For what purpose was this place built? It is quite the intricate maze of passages. I fear I'll soon be lost.
A light. In the furthest depths, you say? I see. In truth, even we pawns know precious little of the Everfall. I can say with utmost certainty, though, the light you speak of is newly come. We cannot know if this small aberration will give rise to great calamity hence. But the chance enough is called to take action. We shall redouble our efforts here, and keep vigilant for further signs of change.
'Twas a terror I'll not soon forget.
Well, hello. I hear you've become, what was it? Arisen. Important, aren't you now? Such a post must come with benefits, hmm? Gold and jewels and the like.
Hello.
Hail, friend. Been some time. Trust you've been well? But come, if it was idle twittering you'd wanted, you'd have sought a prettier bird than this old crow. Crows bring tidings, most oft grim. Me, I bring you work. Still grim, I'm afraid. Well? Salvation again, naturally. Now there's word they've a man inside the castle. If that be true, he'll have need to leave the castle eventually to meet with the others. All I ask is that you keep watch. If you see someone leaving the castle, shadow them. I only have need of your eyes. Follow them and see what business has them out. I'll do the rest. Skulking about is more my line than yours, I know. But pray, lay your chivalry aside this once. I'd do it myself, but there's aught has me away from Grand Sorin for a time. Nothing for it, I fear. Tell your findings to the innkeep. We have an arrangement. Tread carefully, friend, and quietly, what's more.
We'd best be watchful if we're to determine a suspect.
What is this scrap to you? Loose those lips and might be our repaying kind. Oh.
Good work.
Anything else I might work on for you?
I bid you good day.
The Knight's champion has insinuated himself into the court. To send information to Salvation, most like.
Oh, it's you. Mason told me to expect you. If you've a message, I could relay it. The Knight then, is it? Fine then. I'll pass the word along.
We've done our part. The rest falls to Mason and his accomplices. Someone must know something.
Well, hello. I pride myself on many things. Among them is a fine memory. And I recall hearing your oath to visit my new shop in the capital. You remember too, eh? In truth, I have suspected you to renege, and yet here you stand in the flesh. So, well, welcome to Madeline's shop. Time is a funny thing. It seems only yesterday you smuggled me from Cassidus. Those were hard days for a certainty. Survival was not a given, let alone with such grace and beauty as I managed,
Well met, sir. Ah, Arisen. My men have told me much of you. I have expected your visit. I am Sir Maximilian Eisenstern, captain of the hunt, so named by His Grace Duke Edmund Dragonsbane. I beg your forbearance whilst I detail what is expected of you in the hunt. The worm hunt license you carry permits the bearer to undertake the most vital of tasks. Those missions given by Duke Edmund himself. Of late, all our will is focused on learning of and defending against the wicked dragon. A weighty task, to be sure, but one which the fate of the realm and its people rests upon. I am under orders to lend Arisen all reasonable aid as they might require. I would pray you return this assistance in kind. Many hopes are pinned upon you, sir. Perhaps you've heard of the society they call Salvation. In truth, most of what we know is the product of such hearsay. They are a band of heretics who worship the dragon and welcome the perdition it brings. In the chaos come with the worm's arrival, their influence has grown. Ill news indeed. Pray, keep watch for signs of Salvation as you go about your business. If you find aught, tell me.
Salvation, eh? Aye. I've heard the name often of late, and you're not the first to ask besides. 'Twas a Mason asked before, knew de Grand Soren.
No, pardon. That was his name. Aye, Mason.
Looking for me, friend. Bearing good tidings, I hope. Else here to put me in chains, I'll wager. No, it's Salvation brings you here, aye? I've had cause to ask the good folk of Grand Soren about Salvation myself. Seems I'm cursed with a villain's mien, though. One look at my face stalls a man's tongue dead. Had I your gentle manner, I'd have them singing long and loud, no doubt. Seems to me we share a common goal. Perhaps you'd take on my investigation.
Oh, I see we are kindred spirits, sir. Will you be at the gathering, then? Word is there's to be a high officiant presiding. Not that us lot will be permitted to speak with one in such an office directly, mind.
The gathering's to take place down in the catacombs, I hear. You'll not find me there. 'Tis far too dangerous a place to brave for a night's diversion.
Mason or Maximilian would like know of the catacombs.
A gathering in the crypts, is it? There's more than one way into the catacombs. Nearest to here's northwest, across the river. My thanks for the tip, friend. I'll be there to tend to a few matters myself.
Salvation meets within catacombs, you say? I know of only one such place here, a crypt that opens upon the northwest. No sane man would think to approach it, nor would any honest man have cause to. Just what are they plotting?
Let's prepare well for the road ahead. The stench of beast only grows as we press deeper in. Judge from the smell, the air is laying still as long as the dead. Oh, I haven't the words. The voice grows clearer. Voices, Master. We draw near our quarry.
It is but a shadow, and
To
no
shut
less
fast. Must be a way up elsewhere.
The dragon is the force by which the world will right itself, and we are duty-bound to cede our souls unto it. If we seek freedom from pain unending, and comfort in the constancy of the soul made complete, we must submit to its fiery arbitration. Think not of this as surrender, or as the escape of the weak. Come to join our flock, Arisen. This is the answer, dear Arisen! Unto all things, death and chaos!
Quite a sight that was. Though I suppose it's the stuff of every day to you, Arisen. I'd thank you to join me for a moment. The zealot slipped past, but at least we snared this one. An humbler prize, to be sure. but at least he's talkative. No honor among thieves, eh?
'Twas just a lark, all in good fun. I never gave over to that rot about destruction and salvation. Never.
Just the same, it'd be trouble if we let him go free, now that he's seen the two of us together.
Wait! You promised me!
He's all yours.
There's naught can stay the dragon's fire. What say we await perdition together? There's many a pleasure to indulge in ere salvation comes.
'Tis not my
I'll
place to
gladly
question your
furnish the
judgment.
coin. Pray spare me, Arisen, that I may live to see the flame. You'll be well rewarded. Don't be a fool, sir. Surely my gold is worth more to you than my head.
'Tis your choice to make, Arisen.
I'd hoped you might assist me further, but I fear you lack the stomach for my work, friend. I'll not have your conscience round my neck for a noose. Our partnership ends here.
Then the gatherings of salvation did have sinister purpose. 'Tis a grave shame the Elysians slipped our snare. We shall redouble our vigilance here to keep the city safe. I fear you are as like a target as Grand Soren, though. Pray, be wary, Arisen. I've important work for you, though some is of a less urgent nature. The task at hand is just such a case. Will you take it on? As I was setting about to find work for you, I came upon this slate. I know not its origin, nor its age, but the writing it bears is old. So old, our men could only read a few words. Dragon, scar, arisen, heart. What little we know all points to you, sir. Best you should have it. If there's aught of import written there, we need to know. Your task is to find out.
What do I know of the old writings? Less than I know of modern script, and I never even learned me letters. Alas, I'm a man of the sword, not the quill. Ask a scrivener, or a counterfeiter else.
Ancient writings? Aye, that's simple enough. If you've the coin, that is. What? Oh, you just want aught read? Let's have a look then. As I said, simple enough. That's dragon there, then scar, arisen, and heart there. The rest is no script, friend, just flourish. This slate's no text. It's a cipher. Like as not, it holds some secret meaning to folk those words relate to. I'm not one of them. I fear that's all I can say, friend.
Him who knows that I know what he seeks to know, knows it well, while he who knows not what I know, or know not. You see me, yes? Then congratulations are due. You have found the man you seek. I am, or was, perhaps like you, a child of man, bound to the dragon. Well met, young Arisen. I am he who was forged by the dragon.
Well met, Arisen of the present day. New forged link in the grand chain. You have come seeking meaning for that slate and the words it bears. There is none. None save that it brought you here to me. My form can be discerned only by the true Arisen. I am the Dragon Forged. Go now. Tell him that gave you the cipher of what you have heard here.
In the fullness of time, I shall come to know when the time has come. Know that all I know is that I shall know all who know me. I am not but my shadow, though my shadow be not shadow, but myself. I am come here at the end of my journeys, rich in scars and rich of mind. I am Dragon Forged, knower of the beast, and known to it in kind.
The dragon-forged companion was once his closest pawn.
Not a text, you say? A cipher, crafted to bring you to the Dragon Forged. I see. If this man speaks true, and is immortal, there's a fair chance he guided his grace as well. Be that the case, his words are well worth heeding, sir. Meet with him as time allows. With luck, he'll lead you to victory as well.
It was a worthy experience, and you'll have more of the Duke's trust for it.
Wondrous tidings, Arisen. The Duke is to grant you an audience. His Grace wishes to commend you for your valor and your service to the land. A guide awaits within to see you to his Grace.
My kind are not permitted within the castle. I shall await you here.
Tonight the fisher knight leaves the humble shores of home for the heady depths of court. Pray, let this token from humble Festi garner favour with the leviathans within. Oh, tut, no time for thanks, friend. The Duke awaits. Sail on, dear knight, sail on.
Look at the brave knight. Look at this
I fear your crown outshines my own. By my command, every road in Grancis shall be open to you henceforth as a member of the Worm Hunt. May your efforts help deliver us from the shadow of the dragon. As long as that damnable beast draws breath, I'll fain accept any help on offer. All right.
Arisen. Hail, sir. It seems you truly stand apart from the rest of us. Some sneered when I presented the Hydra's head, said it was your feat alone that won it. In truth, I cannot deny it. I had no hand in it. 'Tis plain fact. But what of the enlistment corps, then? What meaning does our fealty hold? I have no answer to give my men. to give myself.
My. Apologies, dear warrior, but to see a face austere as the castle walls adorned with this... Still, 'tis more agreeable than the endlessly dour air of most of my husband's sawn swords. Valor dwells in the heart, after all. The brave ought not need their raiment to speak for their mettle, no? But again, you must excuse me. I am Eleanor, come just a few days past as a bride to the Duke. I must apologize for my laughter, good sir. I assure you I meant no disrespect. You would gift me your crown, dear warrior? You are far too kind. I shall cherish it.
By decree of the Duke, you are to be allowed free passage into the castle. This right extends only to your person, and you are advised to comport yourself fittingly. A grievous breach in conduct will see you removed from the castle, or worse. You will take your orders from the Duke's Chamberlain, Aldous. Speak to him for further instruction. May the Maker see you on to further glory, sir.
How fared your audience with His Grace, Arisen? Aldous Ludric Sorn at your service, sir. I serve as a chamberlain in the Duke's court. As you may have seen for yourself, it seems His Grace is unwell. In truth, there is worry enough to make any man's head ache, but I fear he ails of worse than worry. Perhaps I ought not speak further on the matter, for my own well-being. I am charged with assigning royal orders, tasks of great import issued by the Duke himself. Pray forgive the bother, but I ask that you come to see me here in the castle whenever circumstances allow you to take on assignment. The future of this war is murky, sir. May your efforts help to bring its end into sight.
You know of the witch what lives in those woods?
Aye, they say she understands worm speak, the dragon's own tongue.
That hexer's lived there for many a year. Even as a child, I heard cradle tales of her witchery.
His Grace is keen to seek out the old crow. Even now he gathers men for a search party. You know more of the witch? Rumors swirl of late, most on how she speaks with the dragon. Consorts with them more, like some say. Others claim she summoned the worm herself. Whatever the case, we could do worse than seek her counsel if she knows aught of the beast. Speak with the soldiers to hear more of the witch. Even now they mount an expedition to find her.
This pawn ill likes the sound of witch hunts. Allow me to guide you.
She conjures a dragon! Damnable hexer! Burn her!
She's in with the dragon!
Heretic!
By the Maker!
It moves! Monster!
This is her devilry!
tunnel extends where the golem stood. Let's go find Celine.
So, you are arisen. This may come as a small surprise, but I know well the path you walk. For you see, I myself was once arisen. And this girl Celine was my pawn. The soul of an arisen cannot but affect their follower. Given time, the pawn will assume the arisen's very form. This is the bestowal of spirit, or so I named it. I did not grasp the full meaning of this transfer when first I noticed it. But see well Celine, see how she resembles me? I pray she can soon live her life as a human true. Age and experience separate us, arisen, but I know you ken my words. Celine is more than pawn now. She yearns to choose the course of her life, free from the will of others. If you can aid in this, there may yet be a future for her.
You share in my troubles through no fault of your own. Some part of me has long known I was, in truth, a pawn. I do not age or die as others. And always I found making my own decisions difficult. Gran gifted me a portion of her very soul. It was a kindness I can never repay. At first, I knew not how to use this gift, but now I have met you. My pawn print.
Yes, I see it now. In truth, I had long thought as much. The ways of pawns and humans are so very close.
Can I truly live? Can I be human?
You can, Celine. The bestowal of spirit granted you my heart. As you learned of the world, you filled this heart with feelings of your own. Pawns are but shadows of life, doomed to forever echo out across the rift. But soon you will be freed of this unending cycle. Then will your thoughts belong to you alone. Then will you speak with your own voice.
My own voice. I would be with you. So that I might stay in your village, under your roof. I want dearly for a place I can feel safe. I've become human. Have I not? Human. Like you. Now I can live together with you as a fellow man. An equal. I would gladly leave here now to go anywhere with you. But I would be naught but a burden if I joined you now. After what has happened here, Perhaps I had best not be seen a while. I have ever lived hidden away from others. Once all has grown calm, will you come and see me again?
I hope to see you this day, Kaz. I have aught I would tell you. I have chosen to forego the fishing life, so I might travel the land and study its wonders. As such, I had hoped you might assist in preparations for my journey. How does this offer find you? I truly will always be in your debt, Kaz. For all else, I must provision myself for the trek. This is more baggage than I imagined. I had planned to pack sparingly, but see now that proper caution cannot be taken lightly. Beg forgive me, Kaz, but one more favor. Could I trouble you to take my things to the shore? I have stolen too much of your time, and yet can only give thanks in return. Please, Kaz, join me in a drink as thanks for your kindness. You must think me mad to set off in the name of research, what with the dragon so near at hand. What's a fisherman gain from the study of plant and beast in the first place, huh? In truth, I have no proper answer. I simply find such things enjoyable. I don't want to merely dream of the outside world. I must see it with my own eyes, uncover its mysteries. The journey will not be easy, I'm sure. It would be a lie to say I do not fear the dangers ahead. But if not now, when? We are alike, you and I. Two simple folk, thrust into a grand adventure far beyond themselves. I'll not slay a dragon, of course, but with the Maker's grace, I might yet aid folk in my own way. Dawn is breaking. I'd best be off. When we return from our quests, I would be honored to share a cup with you again.
You've come. I came here to the Abbey in hopes they might find me worthy to send on to the Grand Cathedral in Aldring. No place holds so much wisdom concerning the dragon as there. They say I've talent as a healer, that if I labor hard enough, They say I'll learn to grant blessings upon others through flowers. I fear I am a poor judge of such things. Still, what say you, cousin? 'Tis said a blessing of flowers leaves the recipient awash with joyous feeling. Any luck? Though in truth, 'tis the Mother Superior here I must convince of my abilities, and the priests. I must show them I've an aptitude as a healer. But as I said before, I've little notion what to expect. Could I ask you to give a flower to someone and tell me of their response?
Is this one of Keena's flowers? No, surely not. To imbue the bloom with such energy after such a short time. 'Tis enough to make me doubt my senses. Pray, have the priest in Grand Soren or Cassidus take a look. In truth, she may yet pass the great cathedral's gates earlier than not.
Sweet Keena is so diligent in her studies. I pray the Maker guide her on to ever greater things.
She trains in the blessing of flowers, does she? And she bears the gifts of a healer. How wonderful. I should like to see her handiwork. One look at such a flower is enough to glean the power of they who blessed it. How marvelous. It would seem she is gifted indeed. Perhaps it will not be so long before the Mother Superior writes the mainland on Keena's behalf. To think on it gives me joy. It was the Maker's hand guided her here to our church. I know it.
Arisen, sir? Beg pardon, sir? I bear a message from Milady Eleanor. She would speak with you, sir. In private, if you please. Some would raise an eyebrow at such a request, given Milady's vows to the Duke. I trust... forgive me, Arisen. I must learn to hold my tongue around proper company. Pray, find me tonight in the castle gardens. Praise the Maker you've come, Arisen. Oh, this is glorious, most glorious. Pardon me, sir. Forgive the ramblings of a handmaiden on a strange errand. It's only... Milady's request to see you is a rare thing, you see. First in all my years with her, in truth. I trust you understand the delicacy of the situation. Milady is a married woman, I need not remind you. And well, yes, even innocent conversation could be bent foul were it discovered by others. Pray, walk softly, Arisen, and have a care to let none find you visiting Milady's chambers.
My warrior has come for me. You must think me a shameless harlot. Would that words could prove my love is pure.
Off to a nice siren after a long day's ruling, sire?
No, you must hide.
Where is the boldness that filled a dragon?
Quickly!
You storm my lady's bedchambers with the urgency of a man in battle! Oh, fear not. I shan't eavesdrop on the ducal proceedings. I remain to stand watch, guard, sire. For your protection, of course.
My Lord Edmund, would you had mentioned your coming, I might have dressed more finely. My lord! What are
Lenore! Lenore! Oh, my love! Forgive me!
My Lord Edmund, is something...
Lenore! Forgive me! I was wrong! I take it back, Lenore! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! Lenore! What have I...
Your Grace, Edmund, This isn't... This wicked fool mistook a trifling kindness that I once paid for something more. He stole into my room. I was terrified. This commoner must be made to learn, sire. Give him a taste of the lash and a stay in the dungeon. Festi! Festi, I know you're there!
Milady is mistaken. I would never violate His Grace's privacy while he violates Milady's privacy.
Oh, brook none of your japes, fool! Summon the guards! Have this villain removed!
Ooh.
Well, what have we here? Friend of the Duchess, sneaking off to her chambers for a cup of tea? Must be a fine tea. What to come all this way in the dead of night? Or perhaps you seek refreshment of a different sort, like a turn in the sheets with His Grace's own wife. Damn, you're tougher than you seem. Perhaps there's aught to this arisen business after all.
I done? I cannot ask forgiveness for this betrayal. But I was certain the Duke would cut me down where I stood had I not spoken so. You must run. The Duke is half mad and fearsome wrath. I shall think of some way to assuage him.
Been through quite a trial, Arisen. I offer my deepest regrets. What is it leaves a land so desolate, I wonder?
You delivered the flower, and what did the father say? Then they acknowledged my skill as a healer. I knew I was right to have come here. If I continue at this pace, I am sure to earn transfer to the Great Cathedral. I swear I will. Then I shall learn more of the dragon to aid in your journey.
It seems our work here is done. Good work, Master.
It pains me to burden you, busy as you are with the royal orders, but there is aught I would speak of with you. 'Tis a cause of worry, though I speak only for myself and not as Chamberlain. Might I beg a moment? Skeletons have been sighted near the capital these past few days. Elsewhere, I've had no end of reports of secret meetings among the zealots of salvation. I cannot help but see the two as intertwined, though I have no evidence to prove it. Still, I'll be damned if I allow their kind to go corrupting the minds of good people for want of evidence. Arisen, I ask this as a favor. Will you look into these events and hunt out any thread that connects them? I believe I've learned where the cult meets. I've made note of it on your map. I ask you begin your search there. Go, and learn what you can.
What'd you make of this new plan the High Conclave's crafted? I know the aim's to sow chaos, but still, I can't but think it's excessive. Talk is those walking bones have slain 3 of our own, and we're to let such creatures roam the roads.
Aye, if we're so ordered. The rest of the Conclave's design relies on those skeletons to draw off the Duke's attention. I'll grant you their bloodthirst is greater than I'd thought. 'Tis time to send word to the others. Come, no more doubts, brother. You're to begin work under the Conclave soon, no?
Aye, I'm bound for there now. 'Tis my first time. I was surprised at the summons, truth be told. I've not been with Salvation long. I suppose they trust me. I'll not miss the hellish life of a messenger, I'll tell you that.
Let us approach one of them, or tail them a while.
You! How long were you there? What did you hear? The skeletons. Damn my luck. I'll not hang for salvation. It was only a way to earn some coin in the first place.
They pay a tidy sum for finding new believers and sending them onto the Conclave, though I suppose my hand in that ends today. Let's be civil here, friend. We're not enemies, you and I. Surely we can strike a deal that benefits the both of us. Like, say, I give you a special bit of merchandise in return for a stack of coin.
Hold! Pray hold, friend! Very well. You've made your point. Here, the key is yours. Do as you please with it.
'Tis a place for the dead, yet I feel eyes upon me.
haven't spoken a word. Not a word, I swear it! You must believe me! I'd no idea that was the Arisen. How could I have? Please! You! 'Tis not over with them, fool. Hurry and find the one controlling them further on. Go and...
Welcome, Arisen. 'Tis an honor to have you come so far to meet us. Are you here seeking the source of the skeletons? Or have you just come to rid us of a few traitors? My thanks, by the by. I see no call for secrets. It was salvation loosed those bone warriors upon the land. They are an experiment, a vanguard. All in preparation for the day of reckoning to come. You shall have an honored place among them, Arisen. Aye, your bones shall lead the march as the red dawn breaks.
That ought to resolve our skeleton woes. Let's return to the capital.
The catacombs are cleansed of rats, thanks to your efforts, Arisen. The roads, too, are all but free from the skeleton warriors. Grancis is safe for the moment. Documents they left behind shed some light on Salvation's actions as of late. It seems the skeletons were an attempt to bolster their numbers, a thought I do not relish. What's more, it was their own members' bones they put to use. Newly joined believers made living sacrifices. They were turned from flesh to living bone by some dark art, all as a part of some experiment. The writings claim that bone warriors wrought from living men are stronger than those come from corpses. Even for a cult of madmen to visit such atrocities upon their own, it is a horror. And one now hopefully at an end. Again, you have my thanks, Arisen. Pray, accept this small token for your efforts.
No doubt you're aware the roads are ever more overrun with beasts of every stripe. The threat has only worsened since the dragon's coming. Trade has suffered, citizens have died. A company of the land's finest sword hands have been gathered to thin the creature's numbers. It is no perfect solution, but it is a start. I would ask you to join them, sir. There's been no end of reports of caravans bearing tribute bound for Gran Soren being waylaid by monsters. Among them, the direst threat is posed by the Griffin. 'Tis not a creature easily quelled, but we can ignore it no longer. Hence the company of elites. And now it seems they are prepared to face the beast. They stand in wait outside the castle gate. Go and speak with them for further detail. I fear this may be a long battle, sir. May the Maker be your shield.
I had a feeling you might be our escort. Aye, we are the company of elites you're to march with. A poor jest, I know. We'll circle the capital, striking the Griffin as we come upon it along the way. We attack when it sets down. It is nothing so clever as to be called a stratagem, but it will work. If you still care to join us after hearing all that, let's be off.
Elites or no, I'd feel better at ease with a few more men.
Clear your mind of all but the fight. It comes!
Damn bird. Fleeing to its roost the moment its fortunes turn. We cannot let this chance escape. Come, Arisen, to the Blue Moon Tower.
'Tis wounded. We'll pursue it to the Blue Moon Tower and be done with it for good and all.
We lost a number of men, but others yet fight on ahead. Please, sir, go to the raid.
The gate is near fallen. Help me!
Let's join you.
Through here and up the tower stairs, quickly!
Griffin comes! Onward, master!
Don't stop! We're exposed here! This way, Arisen! Make haste!
Tis dangerous here! Retreat!
Do not let down your guard.
I shall remain here. There may be survivors yet. I ask you return to Grand Soren ahead of me, Arisen. Tell them the beast is no more.
Welcome back, sir. Then the Griffin is defeated. Blessed relief, that. All who walk Grancis roads will rest easier for it. 'Tis welcome news, too, for trade. You and the others who fought have my thanks, Arisen.
It was a fearsome foe, but our task is done.
It grieves me to report an item was stolen from the castle's stores a few days past. It was a possession of the Duke's and a treasure of the realm, the Worm King's ring. The band was stolen under heavy watch. I fear it to be the work of someone within the castle. But first, the ring must be reclaimed. Will you do it, sir? That ring is a treasure to all Grancis, and a symbol of the Duke's authority. It must be found.
Good Aldous told me there's been sign of thieving within the castle. Even should they escape sight, the castle's construction hinders all who do not know it well. Our villain had a guide, or had some occasion to grow familiar with the castle.
I heard a report of an unfamiliar man seen within the castle's halls. They say he had the look of that sorcerer.
If there's talk of a sorcerer, it'll be Solomon, no doubt. I'd hoped we were rid of that rat for good. I do not relish the thought of his return. But the pilfered ring does bear a strong magical affinity. It is the sort of bauble Solomon would covet.
'Tis a name that calls up bitter memories. Time was the Duke held a council of magic scholars here in Grand Soren, tasked with ensorceling grimoires and trinkets. Salamet sat at the head of the council. His genius was unmatched, save by his ambitions. Once their research bore fruit, Salamet betrayed his grace and fled with the findings. He disappeared, leaving the corpses of his fellow scholars in his wake. I know not by what design he would reveal himself now. Perhaps aught about this ring that compels him.
Someone must know of this Salamet.
A sorcerer, eh?
Can't say as I've heard tell of... No, wait. There is rumor going around of a queerly dressed man skulking about the quarry. More than his dress is odd if he's hanging around that place with no reason.
Tis a sorcerer we face. We must be ready for anything.
Well, well. The Arisen, toast of all Grand Sorin. Does the work of all mankind's savior truly afford the time to go hunting petty thieves? If you insist on a game of cat and mouse, what say we see which role you'll fill? Ah, the cat has claws, and more grit than the fools in the Duke's Guard, I'll grant. But alas, I've not the time for games, sir. Farewell.
Tis not the last we've heard of Salamet, I'll warrant. Let's speak to Sir Aldous.
You fought him then? I knew 'twas his doing. 'Tis a shame he slipped the noose. We cannot allow him to run free. We must see him stopped, and the ring returned before he can work more evil.
Do you know of the Blue Moon Tower, friend, to the northeast? I heard a strange tale from a fellow merchant a few days past. Seems there's a man's been seen coming and going round there of late, all the way out there. What's more, they say he's chased off all the beasts nested there with some arcane magic. It's him, says I. That sorcerer, they say, stole some bauble from the Duke. What was it?
Salamet is sure to have laid traps for us. Tis well old, this place. Who built it and for what purpose?
Truly, the Arisen is a profession given to leisure. Or do you hope to earn your meals catching stray wizards for fear of actually facing the dragon? Alas, I'm not one for company. Let us be done with this. You've come to your journey's end! Yes, I will see my dream made reality. My essence, my very soul will inhabit the ring. In it, I will be reborn unto life everlasting! Talisman!
Grancis is well to be rid of such a man. Let's return to the capital.
I owe you an apology, sir. I confess dismissing talk of Arisen with the other old tales I heard at my nurse's teat. But your actions leave little room for doubt. I am impressed.
The ring is reclaimed. I haven't the words to express my esteem, sir. A talisman of such power must be kept from those who would use it for ill purpose. The Duke will see it well guarded, and the faults in the castle's security mended. Pray let this lead us all to take greater care in the future. For now, you have my thanks. I'd a task I wished entrusted to you, sir. But Sir Mercedes insisted it be hers instead. She was most adamant. Though she is a knight come in good faith to aid us, she remains daughter to Hearthstone's lord. It does my heart no ease to see her undertake such a dangerous errand. Alas, in the face of her ardent petition, there was naught I could do but accede. Can I ask that you at least accompany her, sir? She must be kept safe. My thanks, Arisen. Pray go and speak to Sir Mercedes.
I take it you've heard. Then you'll know that this task is mine. I'll not be an idle burden on the Duke's hospitality any longer. And surely you've won enough glory, sir. Allow me this one chance to prove myself. You have my thanks. This matter concerns Lord Julian as well. There is talk of dark happenings at the Stone of the North. Lord Julian's watch. He set out for the hold himself some time ago, but there has been no word since. Someone must go and see what has become of him. As a fellow guest of the Duke's, I felt it my duty. I would forbid you from interceding, but you no doubt have your own reasons for going. I will not stop you from joining me, but neither can I wait. Follow if you wish, sir. I am off.
What say you, Arisen? Quite the prize, eh? 'Twas I what found it, though I'll claim no glory in the beast's death. Seems the Maker's at last taken note of all my good deeds.
We're headed for Grand Sorin with a trophy for his grace. We came upon it in the Western Road. Truth be told, the beast was dead ere we came upon it. 'Tis less of a trophy than a windfall. Still, a creature in such pristine condition makes a fine offering. The Duke will reward us well.
No cause for worry, friend. The beast is well and dead. In truth, 'twas quite fortuitous to stumble on such a creature freshly fallen.
The stone is this way, Master. Monsters grow bold by night. We've arrived at the Duke's northern stronghold.
Viper! You colluded with Salvation to work sedition among the Duke's men!
Salvation? You place me in ill company. I'm a man of this world. Fantasies of death and redemption concern me not one whit. Now legends. Legends stoke up the masses. If Duke Edmund were to best a second dragon, Francis would take the ascendant. But her neighbors ill want a giant looming at their borders, am I wrong?
Spare me your sophistry! The word neighbor sours on your forky tongue. Our lands have long sworn unstinting aid to any neighbor beset by the dragon.
Unstinting, you say? Tell me then, why has your Lord Father not sent your brother, joined by Hearthstone's finest steel? Why am I speaking instead with a bleating she-goat mocked even by her own men?
You will retract those words, sir!
Else suffer what consequence?
Else I shall wash my honor clean in your blood!
And you, You will play her second? I would welcome the challenge.
Stay out of this! He has made an open mockery of me and my homeland!
You owe the Arisen a debt of thanks, woman. Your she-goat's pride is lost, but you've kept your head.
I fear I put on a shameful display. Lord Julian had the truth of it, every word. I am weak. I serve no purpose here, save as hollow homage to an empty pact. Aids in name only. Hearthstone or Grancis, there's not a man in either who expected anything else of me. I knew it well enough, tasted it on every breath I drew. Yet still, I fancied myself a knight. Arisen. I will return to Hearthstone. Not to lick my wounds, but to petition my Lord Father that Grancis people receive true aid. I will not send you to meet the dragon with their fates weighing upon you. After, I shall return here, to aid you however I may. I am a fool. Pray, accept this token. I haven't much to give, but it would please me to know it provided you some small comfort on your journey.
It is as you see, Arisen. The Stone of the North crawls with the agents of salvation. The Knight's champion is a fearsome intellect. He authored and executed the scenario in full. He scoured the Duke's men for those with ties to salvation. Gathered them here and sparked a revolt before anyone was wiser. Myself, I put no stock in Salvation's creed. But the champion claims the Duke is lost in this war with the dragon. And in that, I feel he speaks true. I will not gainsay your mettle, sir. But even the Arisen is human. The worm cannot be slain. Pray forgive me. As a commander, I am duty-bound to observe the conditions and exercise my best judgment. I take no joy in crossing you, sir.
It was an ill surprise indeed to find Salvation's reach extend so deep within our ranks. 'Tis a testament to the rising fear within the people's hearts. We must be vigilant against such corruption, lest the duchy rot away afore the dragon ever comes.
What? Very well. I shall see to it at once. A matter of a most pressing nature has come to us. Make for the southern Way Castle immediately. I've received a report that one of the Duke's men has returned from afar, gravely wounded. He asks to speak with you in all haste, Arisen. 'Tis odd his message was not writ in the report. An oversight brought on by haste, no doubt. Pray, fly to the Way Castle and hear the man's message, sir. Meanwhile, I am to see the Duke on another matter no less urgent. 'Tis a restless day.
Seems quite urgent, whatever it is. Come, this pawn will lead you to the Way Castle.
Arisen! Urgent word from the capital, sir! You are to return to Aldous' side with all possible haste.
fear trouble awaits us within the capital, Arisen. Best we went prepared for anything.
Sound like aught's happened in Grand Sorin. Best you be returning, sir. There's not here to keep you. An injured soldier? I've seen no such man. I know not how such a tale would have come about. 'Tis suspect.
Sir Aldous awaits you, Arisen. Best you did not keep him waiting.
What damage have I wrought in carelessness to allow an agent of salvation through? And in sending you away afore the creature was revived, the damage was all the greater. While I, in my fool credulity, ran to the castle, only to be knocked insensate by some villain. 'Twas a lucky thing the beast was kept from the residential quarter. Or the castle. We must rethink the practice of tribute to prevent such a happening again. For now, though, the danger has passed. What of the damages?
We held our ground somehow. Not a single trophy was lost, sir. 'Tis a testament to the efforts of the Arisen. You have our thanks, sir.
Truly, sir, you are a wonder. You've handled the task perfectly. The beast is slain, and the treasure unscathed. 'Tis the first chapter of a new legend, sir. Or at the very least, a task well done. His Grace has taken notice of your feats, and selected you to lead an expedition. 'Tis a difficult task, but of critical importance to the defense of the front. The Duke was adamant that none would do so fine as you, sir. The journey will take you afar, Arisen. The Duke wished to see you before you set out.
It seems the office of Arisen brings with it equal parts strength and ambition. I am greatly pleased by your work, sir. I would see you rewarded for all you've done. Come, follow me. I have aught to give you afore you set out. There's no call for humility, sir. Take it. The expedition will no doubt hold its share of dangers. May the Maker speed your steps. Take all you see here, Arisen. May you find use of it in the coming days.
Urgent news, Your Grace. A messenger has come bearing word from the Great Wall. The hold has fallen to a man calling himself the leader of salvation. He's taking captives and threatens to offer up a grand sacrifice to see the land cleansed.
The expedition will keep, Arisen. Head for the Great Wall at once, and quash Salvation's designs afore they're realized. This matter takes precedence over all others. Now go.
Thanks the Maker you yet live. I have not the words to apologize for your suffering. The Duke was furious at the news of our actions, as I'm sure you might imagine. In his rage, he banished my Lady Eleanor to the lonely northern lands. Now she fears her husband will have her killed. Her very life is in jeopardy, Arisen. We must take our next move before his. We plan to flee and seek refuge in our native Meloir. Please, Arisen, make for the manse and find the Duchess, else she find an assassin's blade. Rescue her.
This pawn will see you to the manse. The Duchess awaits. Let's set out once you're ready.
What's this? A new recruit, is it? My shift only started a moment ago, but as you're here, I'll not speak ill of good fortune.
You've truly come for me. I've yearned to see you so, all this time. Has Mirabelle spoken of our plans? We plot escape to our homeland of Meloir. It saddens me to leave you, Arisen, but circumstance permits no other option. Before we part, however, I would beg you one last favor. See me to safety. A Melorian envoy waits outside Mars, but I've not the wherewithal to escape this place unaided. Please, sir, help me.
Over there!
The main exit is far too perilous. We should take this one. Oh, it seems that we found the way out in the nick of time. I know not which path to take. I leave final judgment to you. Milady! Mirabelle! These good men are from Milor. They'll see us safely home.
Come, milady, let us be off for home. I am well eager to be quit of this place. Let's be done with dragons and that awful duke. That one deserves to be eaten up. I'll shed no tears when that beast leaves this land in ash.
I fear this is farewell, dear champion.
I'll never forget you.
All right, milady. Let's be off. Quickly now.
I swear it, my love. I'll never forget.
This world is much like the ocean. Great forces push on it, pull on it. Ofttimes, the only hope is batten down and pray for daylight. Still, our corner is quiet next to the likes of Gran Soren. I should give praise for small blessings.
Some need of me?
I owe you my life, sir. Thank you. There are still others held below. Pray, free them as well.
At long last, aid arrives. 'Twas quite a wait, sir. The leader of those zealots made for the floor above. There's a passage here will take you there more quickly. I'll open it.
Mad! Salvation is mad to conjure up such monsters. They'll be eaten, sure as the rest of us. Forgive me, sir, but I'll not open this door. I'll not be food for those beasts. Then it's slain? Amazing! Sir, you are amazing! I thought the Arisen little more than the stuff of old tales. How wrong I was. Huh? The door? The door? Oh, of course, sir. I shall open it straight away. They're gathered above, sir. Engaged in some dark ritual from the look of it. It makes my skin crawl just to think on it. Who can say what they aim to do? I'll open the rear door for you. Go. And make her be your shield.
Ah, the Arisen. Welcome. It would seem our fates are closely bound. The honeyed sleep of destruction will find this place, and all the world in its turn. Indeed, the coming night ill needs us, its faithful harbingers. Just as you and your hubris cannot hope to stop the divine beast that mocked you. Before its might, you stand as useless and frail as this ungainly contrivance of brick and mortar. Nonetheless, the trice you might delay the dragon's coming is blasphemy just the same. I had brought my flock to see these walls reduced to dust. But first they shall peel the flesh from your bones, my dear Arisen. I fear I have misjudged the extent of your skill, dear Arisen. I see it was folly to worry of walls and armies while you still live. However, it seems my regret will be short-lived. Don't you feel it? The very air dances around us. The long night is come. The dragon's reign at last begins. Merciful winged death! All powerful and merciless Grigori! Behold, you unrepentant blasphemers! This is absolute truth! This is salvation!
The rantings of an up-jump zealot make for tedious listening. His ilk serves no role in what is to come. Only my death will staunch the flood of destruction, a task still far beyond your means. If you would face me, seek me out, and I shall allow it. But heed the zealot's lesson well. When the weak court death, they find it. Until then, I shall hold your little keepsake safe. Your dragon forged will speak for my diligence in that. The choice falls not to me, nor to the whims of fate. It is yours alone.
The worm has returned to the Tainted Mountain as if in challenge, as if it awaits you there.
Rather than rush off unprepared, best to ask one who has faced the dragon before.
I've no words to describe what took place at the Great Wall. It was a lesson in just how pitiable man is in the shadow of the worm. It weathered the whole of the Duke's army, with all the care an ox pays an ass.
They say in times long past, such hill figures were not uncommon.
The hour is come, Arisen. The door lies open. Seek the temple atop the Tainted Mountain, beyond the Great Wall. At its pinnacle, in the shadow of the worm, keeper of the Endless Ring, you will make your choice. What you there become, only you can decide.
Then, to the Tainted Mountain. 'Tis time to face the dragon once and for all.
Some need of me.
You confronted the dragon, and yet you stand before me. Your body still draws breath. 'Tis a blessing to see you back, yet, in truth, my thoughts of late fill me with dread. I fear you are drawn into events far bigger than yourself. Bigger than any of us all.
The hold is fallen. Stones scattered, like so many pebbles. The dragon's strength is not of this world. Man can have no hope of defeating it. If you would give chase even so, the path to the Tainted Mountain now lies open. Will you go, Arisen?
Lucky is the pawn able to fight at the Arisen's side. I am thankful. 'Tis dark ahead. Best we carried a lantern. Let's press on. Follow me, Arisen.
What is your purpose here, Arisen? If you sought to live, you had naught but run and hide yourself away. But then, tell me, child of man, what does it mean to live in truth? To wage war against the passing of days. To pray to the unseen for a few breaths more. To raise grand cities from stone and spawn new life in turn. Mankind has done this, yes, and more. But is the tapestry you weave truly of your own design?
We eat when hungry, and we sleep when tired of eating. We kill them as we want them dead.
Their kind is easy to fathom. They go on living from simple fear of death. But not mankind. Some welcome the end with arms outstretched, while others come to face death incarnate, arms in hand. I ask again, what is your purpose here, Arisen? One path to your survival lies in my defeat. Still my heart, and you stay the coming end. Another path before you is to offer up that which you hold most dear. Abandon all delusions of control. For the price of a single life, I shall leave this land in peace. As my vanquisher, the duchy would bow to you. Wealth and power are sweet anodyne for heartache. You'll not gainsay my terms are more than generous. If it matters aught, the man who rules this land now won that honor through just such a bargain. The decision is yours, Arisen. Now, choose. Though I called you here to me, it was ever your own feet, your own will that brought you. And now again, the choice is yours, Arisen. Offer up the life of your beloved, here and now, and you shall live as sovereign of this land. You would face me then? Ah, 'tis a fool's choice, Arisen. But better fool than craven, I knew your mind ere you came. waged of your own free will.
Can you stand?
Now, come, Arisen.
I have a very bad feeling about all this. What's your step? This path leads upward.
Heed well this place, Arisen. Know the frailty of the works of man.
Any that would target the Arisen. Do not just attack blindly.
Just wait. We'll see your weakness.
How do we fight such a thing?
Fight! Return to the earth. Your life, your very heart rests here within me. reclaim that which you have lost. Take back your life, the surge of blood that tethers into this world. It awaits you, Arisen, yearning here within you. If you would gain aught, give your order here and now. Such is the contest you have chosen. Have you come so far to be stricken with cowardice, Arisen? You have chosen your path. Raise your weapon, your teeth of steel, your blood-red voice. Show me your power, Arisen. Prove yourself worthy of what lies beyond my corpse. Slay me, and with me death itself. Stain the fires of destruction. This battle you have begun sits at the very heart of all creation.
I've admitted we can make our stand here!
Come, Arisen. If you are truly awakened unto the world, you shall weather the fires of perdition unscathed. Surpass me, if you would truly be born to take up the endless chain. Yes, I remember now. This sensation, this pain. I know it well.
The heart, Arisen! Attack the heart!
This battle is mine, just as it is yours. It is one I began long ago. Tis the will of the Master that shapes the soulless born. You've trained them well.
Find those fangs!
Show that you possess power fit to best me, or your world is forfeit into the man who refuses to offer up shall die as sure as the rest.
Attack when it reels!
The hurt you visit upon me is the self-same pain I once inflicted. Stubborn child. Whatever meaning life holds, it makes men deaf to all reason. Heed me well, Arisen. In my death, you've won a future for this world. But what that future spells for you, for all men, is a truth you'll find staring back from this world's utmost depth. Arisen! You have earned back what is yours. Your life belongs now to no other. You've won it by rights. It is yours to use or cast away as you see fit. Remember that.
I am worried for the capital, Arisen.
Well met, Arisen. We've been awaiting your return. Waste no time on us, sir. The Duke awaits. I fear for the others in the castle besides. Though 'tis small mercy to be spared, only to face this world. Perhaps we'll all be wishing the earth devoured us ere long.
Is this some final evil worked by the worm? I fear for the people of Castle Dragonsbane.
Arisen, I ask that you present yourself before the Duke with all haste. His Grace has a matter of grave importance to discuss.
You met with the dragon. And don't think for a minute I don't know what you did then. I of all men. human hands could fell that beast! No. You took the dragon's bargain! You conspired with it to wither me and usurp my seat as Duke! But you'll not be quit of me so easily! I knew neither age nor the sting of death while the dragon yet drew breath. But you covetous wretch! You wanted eternal life for your own, and my title once more! You took the dragon's bargain! You sold your love to death in exchange for glory! The beast promised you my seat if you slew me, is that it? Is it? I'll not give it up, not to you! I'll rot before I see Francis bow to you!
What? Your Grace? What devilry is at work here?
Devilry indeed. And high treason. This brigand has joined a covenant with the dragon and struck me with a curse. He would tell you the beast is dead. Lies! He has become its minion, spreading evil upon this land as upon its ruler. Just look upon the hellish wall that gapes where once our city stood, and tell me this is not the work of the dragon's dark magic. Seize this traitor at once!
I knew you for a villain!
I'll go at once. I'm on my way.
They're armed, Master!
This way, hurry!
Truth you'll find staring back from this world's utmost depths.
If you would heed my call, prove now your worth.
Show that you've the strength to break the yoke that binds you.
I would ask aught of you, Arisen. Please, take this. My mistress gathered their like as she sought her way through the depths. She died as she was done. If you would take up her task, pray bring them here to me. I trust that you will see my mistress' will done. I shall await you further on. With them, you can summon forth a rift of considerable power. This rift, born of the Wakestone's power, will guide you forward, Arisen. Find the truth below. We must jump.
Well met, Arisen. I'll not waste time on rhetoric. Defeat me, and take my place as keeper of this world. You saw it awaiting you at the end of your descent. Aye, the same world you've traveled to arrive at this place. A world you may well now inherit. It is a simple proposition, no different than any you've faced. You need only the will to claim what is offered you. The will to survive.
What sustained your wanderings and led you here? I ask, what is it that makes you alive? 'Tis volition, unbending will. You are here because you willed it, Arisen. That alone has brought you here.
Consider the infinite potential. Just as you call forth pawns, so I command all life into existence. Call it divine creation if you must, but expect none of the mercy men seek in their gods. This is cold truth, the unbending reality of a world without compassion. The world and all its denizens are but empty vessels. In that regard, no different than the pawns. Without volition, there is no true life. The world falls stagnant, dead as an ocean with no current to guide it. That volition is tempered by the struggle for survival. The decision, just like yours, to fight. Just as the pawns need a master's command, so the world thirsts for the will to live.
Show that the temper of your soul is strong enough to command far more than mere pawns. Show that your will is fixed to bind the fraying circle of this world and hold it fast. Fight tooth and claw, struggle now and cling to life. Show that living holds worth enough to fight for.
It is time to decide. Will you claim your right as Arisen? Or shrug the burden and seek peace in oblivion? Just so. One foot after the next, come what may. That is what it means to live. Turn back now, and I will grant you a merciful death. The choice is yours, Arisen. Yours alone.
You are close now. So very close to me.
Come, Arisen. I shall meet you on your own terms, joined by my own companions of old. You stand now at its end, Arisen. See your journey through. The forge of my heart grows cold, and the world shivers. Knows a fight that knows no end. It repeats upon itself, that all the world may repeat with it.
Strike now!
And so the cycle continues, forever and ever and ever. Arisen, forgive me. All I've done was to test your will. It is the fate of all Arisen. You and I are swept up in the current, same as the rest. Each tempers the volition of the next, and the endless cycle continues. And so, until the coming of a new soul fit to craft the will to live, someone like you. Until that day, may you guide the world ever justly. I present you with the God's Bane Blade. Those who arise to oversee this world are undying, save by this bronze kiss. I ask that you, as the world's new seneschal, use it now to vouchsafe freedom to your weary servant. The fire of my life is spent and guttering. Give me freedom with the kiss of the God's Bane Blade. If there is aught you wish to know afore my death, you need but ask. What would you hear of me? The seneschal is steward to the world. The world you traveled now rests in your care. Just as the Arisen calls pawns into being and sets them to motion, the seneschal holds dominion over all living things. There are those who would call such a being maker or God. I cannot deny the claim, any more than affirm it. In the end, they are but words. Call it what you will. Such is the office I have served, just as those before me and you beyond, unto eternity. The pawns exist astride the rift. They speak of a multitude of worlds, each infinite unto itself, limitless in span and lost to time. These worlds extend in an eternal, perfect loop. Just as a ring lacks start and end, so this world has no origin, no final terminus. If it does, they lie beyond our ken. We are prisoners of unpassing time, wandering an unending land. What lies beyond, we cannot know. There is life in the world, and with it death. Naught lasts forever. Each rises and falls in its time. But such is a death, akin to that of pawns. They appear in this world, then vanish, only to appear again, like bubbles in a mountain spring. And so it is with all that lives within this eternal world. In time, you will come to see it happen under your watch as seneschal. Each beast, each blade of grass, each human life is born to die and be born again in endless rhythm. Naught lasts forever, yet all persists unto eternity. Will is that which led you to this place, and that which turns the eternal wheel of the world. Along the endless string of life and death, there are some born with a hunger. They yearn for some other, better place. They are the arisen, nascent fountainheads of will. And so the dragon is sent into the world to guide the arisen and refine them, to temper their wills into aught capable of sustaining the world. And so the cycle of our world has e'er continued. Mourn me not,
for I welcome the release.
At long last, I am free of eternity.
Of infinity, free of the cruel, unending ring.
You're like me, aren't you? As my grandmother gave me life, she gave you yours. They gave us death, and with it, true life. This is the world she wanted for us. There, in the dragon's keeping, I was frightened. Truly frightened. Scared to die. After meeting you, I was scared to lose it all. It was the first time I had ever been truly conscious of death. Till now, it had ever held little meaning for me as a pawn. But it is that mortality that gives human life its color. Life without death is no life, in truth. I've come to understand that now as a human myself. Let me apologize. I was as like to die of shame as dragon's fire. To have been the beast's captive so easily and to have caused you peril for it. I am sorry. It was a duel to the death you fought with the worm. Sincere as any I've seen. And yet there was a sense of familiarity between you, an air of kinship almost. I harbor no delusion that I might have been of any help had I a blade in hand. But what's more, there was an aura there, fit to bar any intercessors. It was near enough to make me envious, the bond you shared with the beast as equals. Pray, do not take offense, but I saw a likeness in you and the dragon. Where that resemblance lies exactly, I could not say. But you and it both are things apart from the world, unique. I well know that no effort I might spend could e'er make me fit to aid you, Arisen. I am fit only to believe in you, and wait. And so I shall. Pray, come back to me alive, sir.
You are ever my knight in gleaming armor. You championed me against the worm itself. I couldn't abide living in this cursed land any longer. But as I fled, I was captured by the dragon. I nearly lost all hope entirely. I was deathly afraid. In truth, I was afraid even of returning home. My father would never abide my having sundered the marriage he crafted. There was a time I even considered death. But when the moment came, there in the dragon's talons, I found myself calling out to you. And you came. You have saved me, sir. And not just with steel and valor. I fear my words fail me. You have saved my all, my dearest warrior, my great redeemer.
It's strange the things I missed. The scent of the ocean, the sound of waves on the shore. I shall never neglect to appreciate them again. I believe I understand now. When the dragon gave you that wound, it wasn't to harm you. It was marking you as chosen, a sign you were fated for great things. This world but spins in a great circle for all eternity. Your struggle against the dragon is simply one arc in that circle. In truth, I care not for fate, or heroism, or whatever deeper purpose you are meant to serve. You saved my life. It is a debt I can never repay.
Then you would choose peace. That too is a valid fate. Leave now, and you will never again come to see this place.
even fear has bested you as well. So be it. Go and seek your peace, your guttering beacon in the churning dark. And I shall await the coming of the next.
It is you, isn't it? Of course it is, I'm sorry. You just seem changed. But I suppose it isn't you who's different. It's everything else. And you who changed it.
But not mankind. Some welcome the end with arms outstretched, while others come to face death incarnate, arms in hand. I ask again, what is your purpose here, Arisen? One path to your survival lies in my defeat. Still my heart, and you stay the coming end. Another path before you is to offer up that which you hold most dear.
My, 'tis too great an honor for one of my stature.
A word, sir. Are you the Arisen? I bring a message from the Duke himself. His Grace has judged your feat in slaying the Hydra most laudable.
Your jests have gone too far, sir. Criminals are punished.
What do you think you're doing? An item was stolen from the castle's stores a few days past.
I'd hoped we were rid of that rat for good.
Ah, the good Arisen. I thought I'd smelled something fishy about. I hear old Fornival is the subject of an inquest. His conviction would bring me no joy, not least for the loss of revenue I would suffer. Arisen, I have a proposition, sir. I've long had dealings with Fornival, and want to believe in his innocence. Pray, take a petition for his acquittal from me, that it may help sway his arbiters.
I am filled with Fear of the dragon, fear of...
You bastard! Grown tired of playing at hero yet? Enough!